The Ethiopian community living in Yeoville and the ANC in that area will be handing out food parcels to the poor and vulnerable this afternoon. This effort is in response to the call made by President Cyril Ramaphosa for those who can help and to lend a helping hand to do so. Foreign nationals are likely to be the hardest hit by the coronavirus lockdown because some of them might not qualify for the social grants provided by government. Our reporter Ziyanda Ngobo is in Yeoville. A very good afternoon to you, Ziyanda. Lovely touching base with you once again. Give us a bit of an idea as to where you are right now.
So we've gotten to another location now, Tammy, where a creche has been used as a collection point for food parcels. I'm going to ask my colleague to show you what exactly has been handed out here right now. And of course, you can see that there's a semblance of social distancing, even in terms of those who have been receiving the social grants. I'm going to continue walking, and it seems like it's mainly and predominantly the elderly here, Tammy, and I'm actually going to walk to someone who is quite special. It's 96-year-old Goglina, who is also one of the recipients of the food parcels. This is what she has received: potatoes, bread, maize meal, and beans and stock inside that particular parcel. Gogo, cela usitshela ukuthi uzizwa kanjani njengoba sebekulethela ukudla?
Uthini?
Ngithi uzizwa kanjani njengoba sebekulethela ukudla?
Awamshale ngona kayile ngakona
Gogo, usuka uhlala la eYeoville?
ngihlala la.
So uthole kanjani ukuthi uze la uzothola into yokudla?
Na ngikhulele ePietersburg. Lekhaya lami lisePietersburg.
Usunesikhathi esingakanani ulana eYeoville?
Hayi ngikhathi. Nota lapha eNyuvele ngihlale half umunyaka usuke nje basobe ekhaya ngibuye lapho. Ngihlala nedwa ekhaya, abantwana baya emizini yabo. Bemithini yabo nangihlala la.
Indodakazi yakho ikhona lana?
Nje ndiyabona abantwana bami be-township gayi khona lapha.
Well, that's Goglina, Tammy, basically saying she's very excited to be one of the recipients of the food parcels being handed out by the Ethiopian community. She's 96 years old, and she says she's originally from Petersburg, but now she is living here in Yeoville. Of course, we know the Ethiopian community in South Africa, alongside the ANC in this particular ward, are continuing with handing out parcels. But Tammy, I must say that it's been quite a difficult time for them, especially when looking at the numbers of people who have expressed the need to actually receive groceries during this time. We know that how they've gone about it is to actually have a list. So they're still walking around with their list, calling people's name out one by one. But it seems like there's an urgent need for there to be a return to this particular community to help those who may not have gotten assistance today.
I must ask, Ziyanda, where exactly are the ANC and the Ethiopian community getting their food from? Are they working perhaps with other NGOs who are supplying the food?
No, so the Ethiopian community, especially here in Yeoville, the people who put together these parcels are actually like local businessmen or spaza shop owners who have actually taken some of their stock, which they would have usually sold, and actually put these food parcels together in conjunction with donations received by the ANC in this particular branch, Tammy.
I must say, as I'm watching you and your mask once again, I'm reminded of a conversation we had yesterday with one of the officers. Maybe if you had to take your mask and put it underneath your chin, it would perhaps not be coming up and closing your eyes as we speak. But Ziyanda, if you could give us an idea as to how many people have actually been assisted so far. You did make a mention of the fact that there is a list. But perhaps there may be other members of the community who may not be on that list, but who have perhaps come forward today.
That's right, Tammy. As I've already told you, that there is a need for them to come back and actually go to other people's homes and find out what they need, because how they've started off getting the initial list was to go from home to home, stoop to stoop, and the various flats that are in Yeoville to try and actually get an idea of who is in desperate need and prioritize them. But what's happened today is that as the vehicles that were moving through the streets were actually going from one area to the other, many people just began automatically queuing up, and they didn't know that there was actually a list in place, which also saw some heartbreaking scenes, Tammy, where some people had to be turned away because they weren't on the list and they weren't allocated for today. And of course, this initiative has largely relied on donations from those who have actually offered to assist. And just before I go, Tammy, it is very difficult to keep it under your chin because, of course, it may be contaminated. So it's actually just rather go up my face than for it to be under my chin where I could expose myself further.